did not like Hitler. So you see, there's all these things happening, but these stories are so important to share because what we don't want is our history to die. We don't want that. We want to learn from our histories, right? This is where we need to be, learning and evolving from them. So there's another story around World War II I will share. So after my NDE, I shared with someone very close to me who was Jewish what had happened and that I had to watch the Holocaust and what had occurred. And she shared with me, she knew a woman, she was much older than me. She knew a woman who was one of the twins that Goebbels was doing experiments on. And she said, I will speak to her because I said, well, I got excited when I heard that she knew this woman. And I said, I would love to talk to her. I would love to tell her about my NDE. I would love to ask her questions. Can you do this? Can you set up the appointment so that I can speak to this woman? And she did. So the day came, and this woman answered the phone and was very soft spoken. She was in her 80s then. This was 15 years ago. And she began to share with me what had happened to her and her twin sister. And they were both put on tables in a lab. And as her sister and her were crying, holding hands, her sister died from the experimenting. And all of a sudden, this woman's voice just started crackling. And she said, I'm sorry, I can't speak to you any longer. I have to go. And she hung up the phone, and I never spoke to her again. So I called the mutual friend and I explained what had happened. And I said, please thank her for me for taking that time and sharing with me the little that she did, because I was touched with another way of understanding, but from an Earth's perspective of what had taken place during World War II, from a woman who experienced it firsthand. Now, why am I sitting here sharing this story with you? Depressing, right? Depressing. Yeah, it's a reality that people have been silenced. She was silenced. Jews were silenced. Women have been silenced. Religions are being silenced. Ways of living are being silenced, obliterated.